Want to get your motorcycle parts looking like this to this? Watch the rest of the video to find out. Hey guys, it's Matt here with MP Power Sports, and today we got something different for y'all. We're basically going to go in depth on the vapor blasting cabinet. We're going to show you the exact process of going through with everything, stripping everything down, actually vapor honing itself, and to show you why it's better than alternative methods. Here we got a bunch of parts for Banshees coming from a carburetor, the upper and the lower, calipers, front and rear, knuckles, axles, brackets, and we got the whole cases for a Banshee here too. So without further ado, we're going to go and show you what we got for the setup, and then we'll take it from there. The first thing you might ask is why not use the old school generic sandblaster? They work similarly, but in different ways. So for example, sandblasting, besides it being a complete mess show and being dusty everywhere in your shop, it is dry blasting. So you're gonna create dust, you're gonna deteriorate the finish of the materials that you're working on, and you can't use it on all the material finishes that you can use the vapor honing on. For example, the vapor honing, you can use hard materials such as steel, aluminum, titanium, zinc, any of those metals, as well as you can use the rubber boots. So for example, let's say the airbox for this KX250 was all dirty and gunked up and stained with clay. We can throw this airbox into the vapor blasting cabinet and it won't deter the finish. It'll actually clean it down and almost make it look brand new. Just the same thing with the boot right here. You look at the boot looks almost brand new. No, we didn't buy a new boot. This is from 2002. Factory air boot for this Cowie. We shoved this in the vapor blaster and made it look brand new. So that's the great thing about the vapor blasting. You can use it on almost any materials. It works soft on soft materials and hard on hard materials. And you might ask, how is that even possible? Sandblasting is just sand and air. So you get the air from here, you get the media from the sand, you mix the two, and that's about it. With the vapor blaster, you have water, which is the third component, which is the most important component. The water acts like a cushion to the material you're blasting onto it. So rather than deteriorating the finish and being super harsh and stripping everything completely down, the water acts as a cushion that gets that polished, super nice finish, and it works on different materials with different strengths. Now we covered sandblasting and vapor blasting. You're probably thinking, Matt, what about the dry ice blasting? And as well as dry ice blasting works on the specific applications that it's used for, it's not like a jack of all trades like the vapor blasting itself. So dry ice blasting is kind of on the softer side, so it's not that durable. It doesn't eat that much into the material to clean it up as a sandblaster does. So the vapor blaster is basically the jack of all trades right in between the middle and can cover almost everything. It's not as strong as the sandblaster, but it's also not as weak as the dry ice blaster. All right, so now we cover our bases. We're gonna show you exactly how the cabinet operates. So basically you can see it's got a full cabinet filled with media and water. So you're gonna see over here, there's gonna be 3 valves. So all at the bottom, you open that valve, that's draining everything, water and media. You open this one up, you're draining all the water but still leaving the media. You drain this is getting you to the ratio you need to be at. So that's draining all the excess water. So the ratio, what I'm talking about, is you need a good ratio between the water and the media. If you have too much water in the ratio, then it's not gonna be as good as the finish. And if you have too much media, you can run into issues and clog up that pump, and you don't wanna do that. You wanna find the right ratio that works best for you. So for example, what we use media that's 45 to 90 microns, which is the size of the glass bead that we're actually shooting through the pump to get that finish. We found the best finish and the least amount of clogging up that pump is right around 10 gallons of water with about 20 pounds of media. So that's kind of what we have set up here. If you look inside the cabinet, there's 3 hoses. There's your water supply, your air supply, and then your media and water coming from the pump. All that combined is exactly how you get that perfect finish that the vapor blasting gives. So now moving on, obviously you have the cabinet, you need something to power. So here we got the 2 compressors, we got the Ingersoll Rand and the Husky, and basically this Husky is like a reserve motor for the Ingersoll Rand, just to keep the motor from overworking or straining out or anything like that. It's good we have them both powering the vapor blasting cabinet. So with all that power, we're set to go. We're gonna get everything hooked up and we'll start showing you the first parts of vapor honing. All right, without further ado, we're gonna drop the first piece in. Now normally I would be doing this, but messed up my hand, so we're gonna have Tim hop in the cabinet. And without further ado, start it up. All right, so while Tim is doing the magic over there, we forgot something else that's crucial with vapor blasting. Now let's say you're doing a bottom end like this Banshee, okay, this is the upper case. You need to strip everything down. If you have any bearings in there, you're gonna ruin the bearings. You're gonna get the glass media in there and it's gonna be shot. So for example, this Banshee case for the clutch actuator arm, it's got that bearing in there. So we're gonna have to strip that before Tim can even get to it in the cabinet. So that's one key thing. Trust me, you gotta strip everything. Voila. It wasn't that clean because I'm only one-handed, but deal with it. All right, now it's all stripped and it's ready for Tim. Hey guys, Matt here with MP Power Sports, and we are back today with the vapor blasting. Sorry we didn't catch you last night, but by the time we were done with most of the parts, it got too late. So we're recapping this morning. As you can tell, it came out absolutely beautiful. So just to show you the carburetor, night and day difference. One looks better than OEM, one looks like it hasn't even been looked at its whole life. This is a little bit what the results look like. I'll show you the caliper, and you can see super polished. Every crevice got cleaned, every crevice got touched. So this is the best thing about vapor blasting. It gets in those crevices that normally you will never be able to reach with your hand. This is the best way to get into every crevice and do it the right way and proper way. Again, this is what came to the shop. This is what came out of the shop. All right, to show you just a little bit about the case, this is the first pass at it. You will see some corrosion, some pitting as it is an older Banshee case, but we cleaned that off and got it shined up just nice. Everything is great, and the very tricky thing with Banshees is the bottom has a million different crevices. So this is probably why we're gonna do a second pass at it, because there are some little dirt and little stains in there. But again, as you can see, night and day difference. You don't see Banshee cases that look like this unless you bring it to a vapor blasting company or you have one in-house. So again, we just wanted to stop close to after halfway just to show you before and after side by side what they look like. We're gonna do another pass at the bottom case. We're gonna go finish up that carburetor, that caliper bracket, and then we're all good. We got another happy customer. So without further ado, let's get back in the cabinet and finish that up. One last thing, forgot to say, if you guys are in the Charlotte area, North Carolina area, South Carolina area, no matter what, and you're local and you want to drop off any parts to get vapor blasted, feel free, hit me up, DM me on Instagram at MP Power Sports, email me at mppowersports1@gmail.com. Give us a call, give us a ring. Let me know if you guys are not local and you are out of the state or you don't want to drive to us, feel free to ship it to us. So again, just DM us, contact us. I'll be happy to help you out. We'll get your parts looking absolutely brand new. Without further ado, let's finish up these last little bit of parts and we'll show you the final product.